Okay, now we have our moving car, but I would like to introduce a little bit of randomness, because at this moment in time what happens is the car goes across, it hits the end, it goes back to the beginning, and it comes across at the same speed. Now we'll look at changing the speed in videos in a couple of videos time, but at this moment in time what I'd like to do is stop a little bit of this predictability of the pattern of this car. So in fact what I'd like to do perhaps is, when the car gets to this point, maybe it will wait before it reappears over here. Now, I want that to be kind of random. So, we're going to need a wait command. But I also want to introduce you to the pick random. So quite clearly, if I were to glue that in there, it would pick a wait between 1 and 10 seconds. Perhaps a bit long for the Frogger game. So maybe I could make that, say, I don't know, 1 to 3. If you wanted, what you could do, if you wanted to make it a fraction of a second, you could say, for example, pick a random between 10 and, I don't know, 100, or maybe even 0 and 100 might be better, and then you could pop that in there, pop that one in there, and then divide it by 10. So for example, if I picked a random number and it's 57, it would wait, divided by 10, 5.7 seconds for the next car. Now I think that's a little bit over the top, but certainly if I went between 0 and 20, this would pick and create a wait that was somewhere between 0 seconds and 2 seconds, but it could be 0, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. I'll give you another little clue though. You're going to need, in looks, to think about the show and the hide commands. Now they're going to have to be dropped into somewhere in these scripts. Otherwise what will happen is, if it's waiting for say 2 seconds, you'll kind of see the front of the car, and maybe you want the car to kind of disappear, not just sort of hang there. I'll leave you to experiment with that. So that's your wait. There's your element of a fraction of a second random if you want to go with that, and have a little experiment with show and hide and see how you might want to introduce them. And also, when you've done show and hide, okay, don't forget to play your game again, because sometimes if you put hide, if you don't think about how you're doing it, sometimes when you press the green flag again, if the car is hidden, then in fact actually what will happen is that it will never appear again until you put another show in the right place. Experiment and play and see what you come up with, and if you're happy that it's all working fine, you can move on to a couple of videos time. But if you're not happy, then pick up the solution in the next film.